everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime, but kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Well, no trip to the Northwest would be complete without a little rain, and we've got a lot of rain falling right now at CenturyLink Field in downtown Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in Week 1.
And this coaching staff has to be pleased with how their defense played last week. They held their opponents to 3 points, and that was it. If they get anything comparable to that performance, this one's in the bag.
On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Here we go. Ready? I don't think you got it, sir.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. And his first look is incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. The tackle that time by William Hayes.
Here we go.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Everyone got 4.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. Fielded at about the 28. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Right, here we go. 1, Omaha. Ready? You can't block me.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. A check on Breida's numbers from last week. 16 carries, 59 yards.
And, partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week to pretty good success, and we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be someone they can move.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles as they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward.
Here we go. Ready? 21.
They'll begin the drive with Breida. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed. Oh, now Breida loses it. And the Seahawks have picked it up. It's a room to maneuver. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling.
Here we go, here we go. 180! 65, 65.
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he loses the football a second time. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Here we go. 180!
54 Mike. Man, I got you.
Stay hot!
Garoppolo on 1st down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan, and he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to... That might mean a few more...
Here we go. 180! 2!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. William Hayes, the pride of Winston-Salem State, coming in to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Garoppolo now. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Keelan Cole, the intended target.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake. Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then. Chris Carson trotting back out there. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he...
Here we go. 180! Here it comes!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Michael Kendricks gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Garoppolo gives to Breida. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180! Line 54. And what's that? And what's the ball?
A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. It was Jaron Reed who got him down. On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo, throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 9 yards pick up there, and it's a first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The run hasn't worked the last couple of plays. Now it's 3rd and 14. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Now it's Lockett. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set.
Here we go, here we go. Black 80! 13! 13! Out on the left. Move.
On first down, Garoppolo. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Now they got to get to the line quickly. To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Garoppolo looks to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly.
Here we go. 180! Check, check. Watch the flag! Man out, man out. Pilot, man out!
They play action here on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
Here we go, here we go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They run with Breida, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180! 21, 21.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Taken in at the 22. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
Here we go. Block, block, block. Give me that ball.
Play action. Garoppolo. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. William Hayes picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Yeah, they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Here we go.
Right there, 54 Mike.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I've played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Yeah, absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted.
Here we go.
Mike 5-4.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Throwing on 1st is Garoppolo. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
They can't stop me.
Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing? Very often.
Here we go. Like 20.
Check, tight right.
Now Garoppolo to try again after the pick 6. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Garoppolo throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
To throw is Garoppolo. The open man is Smith. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Now Garoppolo lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out.
Here we go. 180.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. He finds McKinnon, complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Here we go, here we go.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. There's Garoppolo to throw. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin, complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. With a sack, it's Ziggy Ansah.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
21.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And it's a fumble, and the Seahawks have picked it up.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the fourth quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. With this lead and the football, things obviously look. So the victory here for Seattle. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Seahawks, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.